And then Roxas finds Axel, but he doesn't remember Axel or the organization until further on in the game. And so Roxas fights Axel. Axel tests his power to see if it was the real him. And then, on that last day, Roxas finds out that his friends weren't real. The reason why is they go to their hangout spot. Roxas tries to say hi to them. Roxas was trying to get Hayner, but then his hand went right through him. And then Roxas figured out what was going on. And so and then Hayner, Pence, and Olette is still it's just there, like, it's just chatting like Roxas isn't there. So they walk right past him. Not right past him, walk right through him. Then just leaves. And then he finds out that all of that Twilight Town that he's in now doesn't really exist. And so he tries to follow Hayner in the gang. But then he sees nobodies surrounding him. And so he pulls up Keyblade. But before that, let's go back to the beginning. When Roxas had found the first nobody that took their picture, the nobody said, "We have come for you, my liege." And then Roxas discovers the Keyblade and then defeats that nobody. But back on to that. To when he was about to fight Axel. But then Diz had frozen programming to freeze Axel, but not Roxas. And so Diz tells Roxas to go to the haunted old mansion. He said, "Roxas, to the mansion. The time has come." Meaning, by the time has come. That means that Sora's memories has returned. And so, Roxas runs his way to the haunted mansion. Then he goes into a white room full of pictures. And then he sees a picture of himself walking away. And then his head, and then he was having and then his memories was about to come back. It then shows an image of him walking towards Axel, and then somewhere else. That's when Axel said, "Did you decide?" And then Roxas said, "Why did the Keyblade choose me? I had to know." Then Axel said he can't turn on the organization. That if they get, he said, if they get on you get on the bad side and they'll destroy you. Roxas said, "No one will miss me." Axel said, "That's not true." I would. And then Roxas turns around, see Naminé sitting down, and starts saying, Organization 13. Meaning he remembered part of his memory, of his own memory. Then Roxas trying to figure out who he really is. But Diz cut them off. So Roxas goes to a different room. He goes into a mini library. Sees a drawing on the table. And then draws a crown on it. Because it was a nobody symbol. A heartless symbol. And then he's going to draw a crown on it to make this. And then when he drew on it, the floor had disappeared, so Roxas had to move out of that spot quick. It then showed a secret stairway to that small secret room. And so Roxas walks in. He looks at the computer in the simulator. Then he remembers everything. He just remembers everything. And so he remembered how he got to the fake Twilight Town in the first place. It showed a flashback of him fighting the Heartless. And then Riku won. Then took Roxas to the secret lab. And then on to the simulator. So when Roxas remembers, he gets furious and demolishes the computer and the simulator. Then a door opens. He fights a couple of nobodies. And then he sees Axel. They fight the second time. Axel and Roxas fight the second time. And then you see that Axel like this, not bad, Roxas. Roxas said, Axel. Just Axel. Like he really remembered. Axel said, you really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered. And then that's when the fight sequence began. That's when Axel said, but you're too late. And then Roxas pulls out his original Keyblades, Oathkeeper and Oblivion. I'll show you a picture of that. Oathkeeper and Oblivion. The black Keyblades, Oblivion. The white Keyblades, Oathkeeper. And so they fight. Roxas wins that one. And and when Axel's defeated, you think he's gone for good. When Axel said, we'll meet again in the next life, Roxas said, yeah, I'll be waiting. And Axel said, silly, just because you have a next life. That's all he said. And then in the gameplay, you walk into the other room. But before you do, you see a portal, like a black, like a, you see a orange, green, blue, black mixed colored portal. But you're not able to go in there, just in the room. And so Roxas walks into the sleeping simulator. He turns around, look at the pods, and inside the pods was Donald and Goofy asleep. He was like, Donald, Goofy. Then he looks at the last door and knows that Sora's in there. And so when Roxas sees what Sora looks like, he was like, you're lucky, because my summer vacation is over. So Roxas was no more. Then Sora's back. Then they try to find Riku and King Mickey. But then, short story long, Sora reunites with his friends, Riku and Kairi. They're at the world that never was. That's where the organization is at. Organization 13 is home world, basically. And so you see, and so members of the organization call Sora Roxas. And then Sora asks Riku why they keep calling him Roxas. It's because Roxas is Sora's nobody. And Sora, remember, was like a nobody. But that's crazy. Like, the only way I could get, he said the only way he could get a nobody is to become a Heartless. But then he forgot he already had become a Heartless. And now's the time when he had to rescue Kairi. So they confront Xemnas. Well, not confront Xemnas yet. They see Ansem the Wise, which was Diz. Well, Diz was Ansem the Wise in disguise. Ansem the Wise is Diz. And so you see him and King Mickey trying to get rid of Kingdom Hearts. The moon-shaped heart. The heart-shaped moon. But then it couldn't be vanquished. And then Ansem the Wise sacrificed himself to get rid of Kingdom Hearts. But it didn't work. And so he lost his life. And so you see Kingdom Hearts incomplete. You see Xemnas tries to get more power from Kingdom Hearts at least. Then they fight Xemnas. And then it was just Sora and Riku that had to finish him off. And then that was when in Dream Drop Distance they figured out why all of this had happened. Here's a summary to everything I just said in these two videos. Sora had the reason why they had to get the 7 princesses and to form the 13 darknesses, the organization 13, was to forge the Keyblade, X-Blade, basically. And so, you see the Organization 13 with their hoods on. And basically, Master Xehanort wanted to make them all be a part of him, like Xehanort's. Like when Xigbar, aka Bragg, said he's already half Xehanort, because in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, his eyes was originally brown. And then when by the look of his eyes, that's how you know he was part Xehanort. Like, Saïx is actually Aiza from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Lee is Axel. Well, Axel is Lee from Birth by Sleep. The reason why Axel's eyes didn't change was because he had his heart back. And he wanted to join. He wanted to be the good guy. Well, he already was the good guy when he helped Sora fight the nobodies. And so they fight. And then they see the original Xehanort from Birth by Sleep. And they said the reason why they wanted Sora, well, Ventus was inside Sora, so I guess that's why they wanted Sora in the first place. And that he was a Keyblade bearer. But that's all I can say right now. It's trying to Nick. See ya.